One of the most important things in using historical instruments is that they take you through the time. So the instruments that Mozart played have nothing to do with the modern piano. And even what Beethoven played and even what Chopin played. Of course, there are many people saying, oh, well, they would have loved the modern Steinway and they would undoubtedly have chosen a Steinway. That's not true. And Chopin is a very good proof of that, because in Chopin's time, Erard invented the repetition action, which is the type of action which the modern piano still has. Almost identical, but Chopin didn't like so much the Erard actions. He played on Pleyel, which for modern pianists now is difficult to play or to get used to. But Chopin didn't choose for the Erard action so much. He loved the Pleyels, which proves he wouldn't have chosen a modern Steinway piano if he would have had one. And the wonderful thing about these old pianos is that every time has its own taste. So important is that people should understand that the old pianos were not bad things, so they had to be improved all the time. The taste changed over time, and people wanted something else. So they, for instance, in Mozart's time, the pianos were sounding very articulated. That's exactly what Mozart and Haydn wanted. This is a good thing of the wonderful thing of the Nouvelle Athènes, to build a collection and show to the world that this is an important thing, and that more and more pianists get involved and interested. And they're also getting little bit tired of playing the same piano everywhere, wherever they play in the world. If it's in Sydney or in Salt Lake City or in Moscow or in Oslo, it's the same piano with the same sound. And the strange thing is, of course, that they play Scarlatti or Mozart or Schubert or Brahms or Shostakovich with the same thing, with the same piano. That's very strange, I think. And the great thing of the Nouvelle Athènes is, of course, that they tend to build a huge collection of instruments which will be available for pianists and students who normally would never have the opportunity, because there are some collectors in the world, but who would be able to have the money and the space for 5 or 10 pianos. And so if this whole idea is created, then it's wonderful that they can play on a piano from Mozart's period and from Chopin's period and the early Beethoven period and the late Beethoven period. And these are wonderful and very important experiences.